Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this semicircle with the center O, along with this chord AC and this segment OD, as you can see in this given diagram, such that this segment AD is 3 units. The segment CD is 8 units. And finally, the segment OD is 4 units. And furthermore, AB is the diameter of this semicircle. And now our task is to calculate the area of this semicircle. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started with the solution. And in this video, I am going to share with you with 2 different approaches. So therefore, please watch the video till the very end. And here's our very first method. And we are going to think outside the box. And we are going to focus on the full circle with the center O. And now we are going to draw some auxiliary lines to make our job simple, as you can see in this next step. And we have extended this segment OD all the way to point E and F on this circle. And now let's assume that this OF is the radius of this circle. I'm going to label that one as lowercase r. And we know this segment OD is 4. So therefore, this whole segment DF is going to be r plus 4. So we can write r plus 4 over here. And now we are going to figure out this tiny segment DE. This is going to be equal to this whole diameter EF, which is going to be 2 times r, and then minus this segment r plus 4. So I'm going to write down r plus 4. Let's simplify. That is going to give us 2r minus 4. And that is going to be equal to r minus 4. So therefore, the tiny segment DE is going to be r minus 4. And now let's recall the intersecting chords theorem. According to this theorem, if 2 chords intersect in a circle, then the products of the measures of the segments of the chord are equal, as you can see in this given diagram. Here we got 2 chords AC and BD intersect each other at this point, such that this segment is lowercase a, this segment is lowercase b, this segment is lowercase c, and finally this segment is lowercase d, such that according to this theorem, a times b is going to be equal to c times d. And now we are going to apply this theorem on this given problem. And here we can see our 2 chords E, F and AC intersect each other at this point D, such that the product of these 2 segments R minus 4 times this segment R plus 4 is going to be equal to 3 times this segment 8. So therefore, we can write down r minus 4 times r plus 4 is going to be equal to 3 times 8. And now let's recall this famous identity, a minus b times a plus b equal to a square minus b square. In other words, the product of the difference and the sum is going to be equal to the difference of their squares. And we are going to apply this identity on the left hand side. So therefore, left hand side could be written as r square minus 16 equals to 24. And now we are going to add 16 on both sides. So this is gone. So therefore, our r square value turns out to be 40. So thus our r square value turns out to be 40. And here's our final step. Now we are going to calculate the area of this semicircle. And now let's recall the area of a circle formula. Area is always equal to pi r square, where r is the radius. So therefore, this semicircle area is going to be pi divided by 2 times r square. And now we know that our r square value is 40. So I'm going to replace that r square with 40 over here. So therefore we can write pi divided by 2 times 40. And if we simplify, that is going to give us 20 times pi. So thus the area of the semicircle turns out to be 20 times pi square units by using the very first method. And here's our second approach. And here I have added an auxiliary line OE such that this OD length equals to this OE length. In other words, if this segment length is 4, then this OE length has got to be 4 units as well. And now let's focus on this triangle ODE. And we can see this is an isosceles triangle since this side length equal to this side length. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this segment AD is going to be equal to this segment EC. If this is 3, then this segment has got to be 3 units as well. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this whole chord AC is 3 plus 8 is going to give us 11 units. So therefore this mid segment DE is going to be only 5 units. And in this next step, I have dropped this perpendicular OF on this segment DE. I'm going to call this perpendicular lowercase x. And we know this is our isosceles triangle and this is our perpendicular. So therefore this segment, which is 5 units, then this segment DF equals to EF. That means this is 5 divided by 2, and this segment is 5 divided by 2 units as well. And here's our next step. Let's focus on this tiny right triangle ODF. And we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle. And here's our Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, our hypotenuse is 4, whereas our two other legs are x and 5 divided by 2. So therefore, let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. So we got x square plus 5 divided by 2 whole square is going to be equal to 4 square. Let's simplify. We're going to get x square plus 25 divided by 4 is going to be equal to 16. I'm going to move this 25 divided by 4 on the other side. And here in this next step, I have tweaked this 16 as 16 divided by 4 to make sure we have the same denominator. So therefore x square is going to be equal to 64 minus 25 divided by 4. In other words, our x square value turns out to be 39 divided by 4. So thus our x square value turns out to be 39 divided by 4. And now we are going to focus on this right triangle AFO. And we can see this whole side AF is going to be the sum of these two numbers, 3 and 5 divided by 2. Let's go ahead and add them. 3 plus 5 divided by 2. And if we simplify and add, that is going to give us 11 divided by 2. So therefore this segment AF length is going to be 11 divided by 2 units. And now we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle as well. And here's our Pythagorean theorem once again: a square plus b square equal to c square. And we can see that this AO is the hypotenuse of this triangle, and this is our radius lowercase r. And our other two legs are x and 11 divided by 2. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. So we got x square plus 11 divided by 2 whole square is going to be equal to r square. And now we know that our x square value we already figured out is 139 divided by 4. So I'm going to replace that 139 divided by 4 over here. So therefore I can write 39 divided by 4 plus this is going to give us 121 divided by 4 equal to r square, or we can write r square equals to 39 plus 121 divided by 4, and that is going to give us r square equal to 160 divided by 4. In other words, r square value turns out to be 40. So thus our r square value turns out to be 40. And here's our final step. Now we are going to calculate the area of this semicircle. And now let's recall the area of a circle formula. Area is always equal to pi r square, where r is the radius. So therefore the semicircle area is going to be pi divided by 2 times r square. And now we know our r square value is 40. So I'm going to substitute that value 40 over here. So therefore we can write pi divided by 2 times 40, and that is going to give us 20 times pi square units, the area of this semicircle. So thus the area of this semicircle turns out to be 20 times pi square units by using the second method as well. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.